The last time, this time, I think, was going to be done by a Kenneth.
So last time we stopped by a village to rest, and they were not super welcoming of outsiders who were not their kind of races. I think it was like elvish and human and half elf or something.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because every good D&D campaign needs some casual racism.
I mean, yeah.
it was implied that it was much more than casual, but
we didn't stick around because we didn't really have business there except for like a side quest.
Yeah. And there was a crazy lady, at least that's what she sort of self-introduced as, that no one wants to take her seriously. And her daughter had gone missing forever last night, and it was up to us to find her and bring her home. And so we went to the carnival circus thing, and we found her. And I think Locke pretty much forced them to have a wholesome moment and realized that this is probably not the place for them to settle down if they have this many issues. And we left, and we were going towards some mountain that I don't remember the name because I can't see the map. And there was the stench of decay, and some dude had been experimented on by his master or something. And there had been, I think they were death dogs or something ominous sounding. And so we were going to investigate that, and he led us over close. And that's about all I remember.
There was a nice little bit before you went to the circus where you were investigating, and Silver was rather proficient at speaking to a kid and getting the information that she needed. But yeah, you pretty much had it. So following that, you're looking at it's probably like early afternoon ish, because you rested in camp after saving the cultist guy, and then in the morning he led you towards Jezar's shrine or area thing. You come to know that the person that did all this stuff to him is one of the people that works for Dahlia, so you are going to still be going towards those shrines that you want to destroy. And yeah, he sort of led you here to where you could see Jezar's area from a distance, and then he bolted the heck out of there because he didn't want to get close.
Reasonable, given what he'd been through.
So we sort of open up on the early afternoon sky and the sort of open field into the Rocky Mountain cliff face that is the bluff. And you are still a fair distance away from Jezar's area, and he currently has his back to you. And you can see that he has a looks to be a wall of some degree that he has set up. And there are turned over dirts and mounds and things similar to the graveyard that you saw outside of Ulara's thing, except all the graves have been dug up and then covered again. So there are no tombstones. There are no. It does not look. It does not look as if the people that were buried there are still buried there.
Oh, great.
So yeah, what are you guys going to do then?
And we're here to kill this guy and fuck up all his shit, right?
essentially.
Yes.
Then I guess we're doing that? Question mark?
Do you want to go first?
No.
I
am
pick
the
up Locke
squishy
by the shoulders and set him in front of me. And I take off running.
You motherfucker! You son of a bitch! No. 9.
Let's not do that.
Let's not. Absolutely not. I like living, and I am the squishy one. I am not initiating this battle.
So, what do these walls look like?
They are from this distance. You can sort of tell that they look to be mostly of stone, wood, dirt. They're just sort of rather. It almost looks sort of hastily built walls, or at least flimsy built walls. They don't look very sturdy at all. But yeah.
Am I able to see him behind them or no?
You can see him over them, yeah. They're
Okay.
not exactly the tallest things. They're probably like roughly about maybe 5 feet tall or so. They would be tall for Locke. Locke would have a hard time seeing over them, but he usually rides on your shoulders. So
Just as a point of order, I still have a scroll of haste on me, so.
Ew.
Send elephant pinball in.
Just something to keep in mind if when we're coming up with our battle plan, if we want to bust that out.
That's the thing. Do we want to use it?
So we send the pinball in here, and as long as I get inside, I bounce around, and they have no clue what hit them.
What I'm thinking, actually, okay, get rid of all that noise right now.
Elephant pinball.
Okay.
I guess what I'm thinking, I have the slow spell that I can cast once per long rest without expending a spell slot. Could probably just drop that on all 3 of them right there because they're so closely lumped together. If we can sneak up close enough, and that'll give the rest of you at least, something of an advantage. Let me double check how slow works.
Because I'm perfectly fine charging in as long as my party doesn't tell me not to. And since it's not like do or die, we have a moment to sort of come up with that. My only problem is that is a little bit farther than I would like to make my initial dash. So I would want to move close enough that I could dash and attack in the same round.
Well, here's the thing. I can cast slow from 120 feet away.
Well, how far away are you?
Like within 80 or 90 feet.
You could also make a very invisible raging elephant.
That's here, and the duration is concentration up to 1 minute, so it would last for 6 rounds. So if we want to open up with me casting slow on these guys, just to make sure that we have them and
Well, how about we try to get him closer so that way you all can just jump right in?
Fair enough. How do we do that?
'Cause-
How do we lure him out?
Okay.
We want to
Bye.
lure him out, or we want to drop down on him.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. Well, Locke is gonna go into stealth mode. He's gonna pull a Krillin.
He's going to be bald.
No, he is.
What?
Oh no.
Why is everyone coming over?
Okay, wait, they're staying back.
So
Yes, I'm trying to get him closer so that way you guys can, stay hidden. And then charge out once he's slowed. So you don't have to waste a turn.
Okay.
of
Luckily,
doing-
I'm so far, so I just kind of like trip and fall over, and then just hide behind Young. I guess just.
I mean, Cad can stay. If Cad stays back, you could still lure him out.
I mean, I could also hide behind the wall and ambush him when he comes out.
Well, how tall is the wall again?
5 foot.
Cad is a bit too
I
tall
can
for
see over the wall to see you. If it's just
Fine.
5 foot. If it's just 5 foot.
So Silver going forth and is going to do.
She's just going forth.
All right.
All
Let me
right.
just double check act with a degree of accuracy. My range here. No, that's not quite how I wanted to do that.
Hide behind a tree.
Oh yeah, I'm well within range. So I am going to duck behind this tree as Silver is approaching, and then I am going to pop slow around those things.
Not
Alright.
until he gets closer.
Oh yeah, I'm holding it until he gets
Okay.
closer. Yeah, but I'm
Gotcha.
positioned behind this tree.
Okay. So, Silver, what are you going to do to lure him out?
Caca.
I'm fit. She's just whistling as she was walking up. No cacaws, just, a whistling tune.
Hi, does it smell like death around here? Or is it just me?
Hi, does it smell like death around here? Oh, it's just you.
Alright. So, Silver, make for me a perception check right quick, if you would.
Sure, let me guess. I missed something. Boop, 10.
Okay. Yeah. You, having moved closer to the wall, you now know where all the gravestones went.
Oh. Oh, joy.
Huh?
So the walls are made out of the gravestones.
Partially, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. This is, a nice makeshift battlement or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Go
and you're
request entry by kicking on the wall.
so you're just whistling some merry tune.
Yeah, she's only going to go this far, though?
Right. So, with that, he will turn and face you, which, being that I think Silver, you said that she was like 6 foot something?
No, she's like 5'11".
Okay, close enough. So yeah, you can see over the wall.
Excuse me, she's 5'10".
Right. So you can just barely see over the wall, and he can see over the wall as well, and he turns to face you.
I wave.
Okay.
Hmm.
He's going to step toward his wall a little bit, be just behind it here. And alright, you're still too far. Good. Goes there.
I don't know. Who's fucking around in my mountain?
Sort of looks back towards the mountain and then. I don't believe this mountain belongs to anyone in particular. Surely your name is not on it. Though perhaps you may be of that temple high above. And if that's the case, perhaps you need to move closer so I can take a better look at you.
Nah. You can come closer. I don't trust these grave sites.
Well, the poor souls in those grave sites aren't going anywhere. And I'm no necromancer.
Did he just say he's no necromancer?
Yes, he did.
Buddy,
Insight.
I don't think you need to roll an insight check to know that's bullshit.
16.
Well, it may not necessarily be that you're not quite sure if him saying that, well, back up. So, inside of 16, you can sort of tell by his demeanor that he doesn't work with the dead the way that a necromancer does. And the idea that he seems to be able to animate dead seems to be something that he would not enjoy. But he does enjoy the smell of death and decay. You can pretty much figure that out. Especially given the circumstance of the areas around you. If you don't come closer, I will send my dogs for you. And I don't think you'd want that.
Why can't you come closer?
This isn't exactly any kind of like I feel like there should be a role here, but this isn't exactly any kind of social role that I can really figure out. It's not exactly a threat.
It'll probably just be persuasion check would be the closest thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Roll persuasion then, Silver.
Fuck.
What'd you get?
9.
9? Oh god.
Wow,
Roll
9?
well. 9?
But the thing is, I have I
You
have
have
a
a plus
7 in
7 in
persuasion.
persuasion. Holy
Yes. God
Holy
damn it.
crap. Okay. Okay.
Rip.
He is going to whistle in a way similar to you, and roll for initiative, everyone, if they want to, because these dogs are coming over the wall. Meow.
Eh.
And my slow spell goes off when I see that happening.
Damn.
Your slow spell goes off as they're moving past him, I'm assuming.
Yeah, to get
Yeah,
all,
they're coming to attack
get
me.
all, get all 3 of them at once.
Okay. So
Wisdom saving throw, DC 14. All 3 of them need to do that.
first for his puppies.
Oh.
No again.
Oh.
The slow puppies.
You also
And
haven't
then-
pulled up the turn order yet.
Oh yeah, I need to do that.
Yes, you do. So I can roll initiative.
God damn it. 9.
9 again? If you roll another 9, if I then turn my screen upside down, does that make you Satan?
Yeah.
Okay, so 21, 17, 9. Alright, and Let me ro- yes, he does. You said wisdom?
Wisdom, yes.
Oh, cool. How about that? He has disadvantage on this because drugs. Anyway,
Drugs?
He's on drugs, oh god.
he's on something like them. The 12.
No, they're all slowed. Yes! Woohoo! Alrighty then.
So what does that mechanically do? They move
mechanically,
slower?
An affected target speed is halved. It suffers a -2 penalty to its armor class and dexterity saving throws, and it cannot use reactions. On its
Dang.
turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it cannot make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted. A creature affected by the spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of its turn. On a successful save, the effect ends for it specifically.
So
Okay.
it'll last until they succeed or the duration.
Yeah, and its duration is 6 rounds. 1 year. Or no, 10 rounds.
10 rounds, yeah. Dang.
So as long as I don't cast any other concentration spells and don't get hit, they're all hooked for a while at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so Locke, you pop off the slow spell, and it's sort of what does the slow spell look like when it hits all 3 of these people, or all 3 of these entities? Sort of like
Yeah, for purposes, we'll say that, like, the area around them, like this big 40-foot rate cube around them, just sort of starts rippling like static on a TV, kind of. Loses some of its color, and everything inside visibly slows down, and you hear the slow bit in the air before the fizzling stops, except for the things who are affected by it. They are still staticky and still moving slowly. Everything else looks fine.
Okay.
We'll say that's the visual for when I cast slow.
Right. So, with that, the dogs in mid-jump get to the end of their movement because of slow and are over here on the right here on the side of this wall. Focus first. Since he knows of the potential damage and horror that can be caused by these stupid, crazy dogs, apparently. He is going to cast this on Silver. Hooray! Boop.
What? Yay! Ooh, I get a 20.
Uh-huh. And he is going to hang back where he's at because, yeah, he doesn't know what to expect from these dogs, though they are slowed. Which he sort of looks back to Locke and is impressed as it's clear that the spell worked on all three of them.
Woohoo!
That was Locke.
I did a good, guys. Okay. All right. So let me check one of my. Oh, sweet. Cool. All right. I am going to move all the way down to that square right there, and then I am going to cast Shatter, and I am going to position it so that, like, right here, and that should get all three of them.
Mm-hmm.
And because Warlock can auto-cast at my highest unlocked spell slot, so let's see here. So, each creature in the 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. They take 3d8 or 5d8 in this context, thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So, I'll get my 5d8 roll ready.
Okay, you said con save?
Con save 14 or higher, and they succeed. Nope.
That one does.
That's a success, yeah.
And then...
A guy on drugs.
yeah. Thankfully, he doesn't have problems with Constitution saves. You think he was good against poisons or something? So... but he doesn't
But
make...
he's not good against noise pollution.
apparently.
All right,
So roll your damage.
24 damage to two of them, 12 to the one who succeeded.
Right?
So yeah, and just like visual flare, like the space around one specific point for a second, just like the visual around just kind of stretches in to this compressed point, which then immediately like snaps back out like a rubber band being released in a gun format, and of course the deafening, shattering thunderclap sound.
Alrighty.
With like a tiny little spark of palish blue light. That's how the spell looks. And yeah, okay. That's 5d.
Okay,
That
and
is
does
my
it do damage to objects?
Let's see. A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage of it's in the spell area. If it's in the spell area. So yeah. So everything within like a 10-foot radius of that square right there gets
Oh, you broke his walls.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
ready for that.
So those of you who are relatively close to the wall, which would be Locke and Silver, make for me a perception check, if you will, and the wall is going to explode outward and cause debris and things that flies in different directions. And, yeah.
Damn.
I
I blew up a fucking wall. Apparently, I'm OP.
mean, the wall was extremely flimsily built, so
Well, I'm also level 8.
that helps.
I'm
You have to be
17
level
and
8
level.
for walls.
I'm 17 and level 8. I am very happy with this.
All right. So Silver.
I'm a teenager and put some grizzled veterans to shame.
Better than being a level 17 8-year-old.
Anyway.
A level
Your
7.
power, bow to me.
Anyway. So.
Now I need to play
Silver.
that next time with the character.
Silver with an 18 perception. Silver with an 18 perception. You see as it the wall explodes outward. Actually, you know what? Sure. I'm gonna roll a thing right quick.
That's not good.
Uh.
Are there zombies hiding in the wall?
No. No, there's no. Ah, crap. No, there's no zombies in the wall. But I was rolling D2s for each of them to see if they got smacked with debris, which they did. When the wall shatters out and breaks away, you see a patch of, since this dirt is upturned, and is not nearly as green as the grass that is around it, you see a splash of some sort of chemical or other that splashes against the top of this gravestone. There was clearly a trap in between the walls, and the said trap just got shattered.
Yay! I almost died.
It doesn't appear to have any effect on the ground though, so that's all. Locke, your turn is over with your cast of Shatter.
Over. Get back on drugs.
Worshipping a slutty fey goddess, I think. I don't know if she's actually slutty, I just made that part up.
So you shattered as well, you hurt his ears, and he is going to make his run to Silver and not get his turn because it takes his dash to get there because slow.
Hi.
I know.
His slow's half movement, right? You said? Yep.
Push up.
Okay. Dad, what are you doing?
So yeah, I forgot that I had 50 foot of movement. So I was a little bit worried for almost nothing. I'm going to charge up beside of him and rage and smack him. Yeah. So, of course I'm being reckless.
Yep.
Vishna. 21 to hit.
21 will hit, yep.
14.
Yeah, 14 will hit. Or 14 damage, you said?
Yeah, damage.
Okay.
So, second swing, 18, I'm assuming will hit
Yep, 18 will hit.
for an additional 12.
Okay.
It was one of those cases where we're just making mincemeat out of a super hard boss and he was going to be a long time running out to be.
Well, it depends whether or not he has, like, legendary actions or whatever.
Anyway, Young's turn. Young is running. Oh yeah, okay. She's easily able to get there. Meow. And she will punch a dude. 'Cause it's the thing to do. Movement speed is a... Yeah, okay. That'll hit. For 5. Flurry of blows are... That misses. And that'll hit. For 5 more. Cool. Easy math. Alright.
Is Yang unarmed or using a weapon?
Yong is using gauntlets. Spike gauntlets.
Okay. I was curious about the piercing. I forgot that detail. It's like, how
Yep.
sharp are her nails?
Just to use so
Right. Sure, I never got this to work, so why not? Oh, Jesus! He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. Your slow gives him disadvantage on dexterity saves, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see at this point when you use this that he is a very, very lithe and maneuverable booger. But disadvantage. He has crazy high dexterity because drugs. Anyway. Half damage with thing.
Yeah, so he takes 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. Easy math. Yet again. Puppies! Which are kind of forever away and slowed. 20 feet to get to Yong. And... Oh, yeah. Like 20 feet to get to Yong. Do that. Rawr. Still slowed and kind of screwed up. But... Get any kind of penalty to attacks. So, only one head can bite, not both.
Wait, did he roll a wisdom saving throw at the end of his turn?
He needs to do that, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He has disadvantage on those. Well, the first one will sit lower anyway. So, yeah, he failed with a 6. Puppy dog gonna swing at Young. Puppy dog hit Young. Type straight. 4 damage to Young. Okay. And Young is fine. The other one. He make it to... Yes, he can. Just barely. Here, he is going to bite an elephant. Yep. 14 does not hit you, Cad. Okay. So, Oak. He is going to come here. And he's going to use his new bard spell. Hurrah! Tested it. Only do level 1 for bard spells currently. Well, he has level 2, but it's fine. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage. Hit point. So he's going to put a cloud of daggers here to slash at puppy up top and person. And it is there's no save against it either. He just has to concentrate on it. A rather small little AoE thing. Locke, to you.
Alright. I'm gonna hold on to my remaining spell slot for now. Instead I'll park myself right there. And I am going to do a quick double pop of Eldritch Blast on the dog closest to me.
Okay. The 18 will hit.
6 damage to that one.
Cad, roll a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
Is it something dangerous?
Yes, it is.
And you said dexterity?
Yep.
And
You
since
do-
I'm raging, it's
You
an
do-
advantage with
Yep. All that fun stuff.
4 of proficiency. So 17.
That's over your spell save, right, Locke?
Yeah.
Okay. So Eldritch Blast pop 1 hits puppy. Eldritch Blast goes just a bit wide, but elephant sort of half jumps or half steps to the side, so it just splashes into the ground just below.
It's alright, yeah.
Instead of hitting him. Alright. That is your turn. Okay. So, Ugh. Ugh. Grief, the slow thing, messes him up. Oh, right. Wisdom save on the puppies to see if they're still slowed.
That happens at the end of their turn, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Just forget.
Yeah, I just forget. One's free, though.
One of them's free.
Alright, so,
And what are these d20 rolls for? He's attacking?
no. It's for the dog's saves against the slow.
Okay. So which one made it?
This one up here.
The top one?
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, it is his turn. He is going to, ugh, the slow thing messes him up, like, rightly. So...
It should mess him up wrongly.
Shush. Alright. Good. He is going to swing at elephant person. Yep.
Okay.
22.
That'll hit.
Yep. It is slashing, so you take half, so 7. Because he's slashing at you with a, I guess, scimitar, very sharp bladed edge type thing.
Okay.
And it's to you. Oh, and he needs to roll a wisdom save, which he gets disadvantage on. 11.
Let me see something. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. I was just checking something. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to smacky Mr. Dude.
Yep.
This, boom. Critical hit
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Nice. Okay.
for 16.
Okay.
And
15 will miss.
okay.
Yeah, that hurt. Young is going to smack at him. Actually, yeah, she's gonna smack at him. 15 hits. 8. 15 hits. 4. It blows. And 18 hits. 8, so 20.
I actually have a question.
Mm-hmm.
My critical hit, I thought that critical damage was automatically factored in.
It is.
It says that I rolled 2d6 plus 4 strength, and I rolled 2 3s and a 4, that's 10 damage.
Plus the 4.
Never mind, I'm stupid. Go ahead.
You're fine.
I'm like, yeah, that's the plus 4 strength. Sorry, anyway, go ahead.
Alright. So, Silver, you.
Yay! Give this a shot. Casting that, so I'm going to make an attack on him. Oh, with the smite on top as well!
Oh boy.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
If he doesn't die from this. then it's
Okay,
gonna be
so
good.
just the regular damage is that. Jesus.
Okay.
And then he takes a 1d8, and then the puppy up above here next to Yang is going to take the 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. I think that's how it is. Or does it just take the...
The second creature takes fire damage equal to your spellcasting modifier, so there's no roll. Puppy's just going to take damage equal to your spellcasting
Well,
modifier.
the thing is, I copied this
Copied this
because
from...
I'm at 5th level. Deals an extra
Right.
1d8
Doesn't...
fire damage to the target, and then the fire damage to the second creature increases to 1d8 plus your spellcasting
Okay.
modifier.
So yeah.
He's going to take 3 fire, and the puppy is going to take 10. Now comes in my smite that I'm using a level 3rd spot for.
Calculator, so I can figure out how much damage you're doing in one turn. That's a damn thing.
Yeah. Let's see.
We're already
Is
up
he
to 40
undead
now.
or fiend?
No.
Okay.
He's just a very messed up drow, is what he is.
And it's crit, because I know crit goes on it.
Double the dice.
Yeah, so it's going to be...
A lot.
4d8 becomes 8d8.
Damn it. Oh wait, 48? Yeah, it's 48 becomes 88. So there's 15 and then 23 on top.
Good God.
Or is it... or one extra?
It's,
The dice is doubled. Never mind. So, yeah.
So we are up
So,
to 79
Puppy...
damage.
Big puppy up here only takes 10 damage. The rest
Yeah.
is to the damage. So let's see, 22 plus 38, 41.
It's 79 to this guy right here, if my math checks out. Never underestimate the power of a well-placed technical smite to the face.
Plus,
that and a very apt slow spell.
he takes 79 damage.
Yeah, okay. So, 2 things. One,
She's like, fuck you,
one,
my mountain.
he is going to. He has this moment of life flashing before his eyes, kind of thing. And
Oh shit.
yeah, pretty much. And he is going to take the last of his remaining moment to whistle very loudly,
Oh no.
and then he is going to fall unconscious and be utterly decimated. And since he was decimated in such a like manner, I would like all of you to, well, all of you that are close, which would be Silver, Cad, Young, you guys make dexterity saves for me.
Oh no.
That would be a 15 for Cad.
Yep.
Holy crap. Okay.
She doesn't even need the +4 for me.
No, she does not. Holy crap. So Young is like, oh crap, does like a backflip thing, and she gets away as this guy's like, there is a lot more gore at first, is what it seems like, than there should be, when this guy basically just essentially explodes.
Oh god, what did I do?
He whistled very loudly and then he boiled.
There was some. He had some incredibly volatile things on him, and that big enough of a hit, yeah, those volatile chemicals are gonna go boom.
What did I do?
You killed him. Good job. Also, puppies need to make a dexterity save for themselves. At least the ones that are around. Not that one.
You said they were called death dogs?
Yeah, they're called death dogs. Slightly souped up versions than their actual main sheet if you randomly look them up. Ow.
Wait, do we take damage?
No, you guys, it was a reflex save for none because of the flavor of how the damage was done.
Okay, yeah, just...
Are
we all covered in gore now?
Something like it.
Ah.
Okay. So, Puppy. Puppy upset at Master Go Poof. He's gonna come around and try to bite at you.
Hi.
With a miss.
No.
With his first hit, because he has multi-attack now, because he saved
He was
from
trying
that.
to bite at who?
Me.
Silver.
I caused his master to explode with
So can I use a reaction? Well, you're talking about the one on top?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
Alright. So his second attack does hit. With a 24.
It does.
And that is a 9. 9 damage. Make for me a
Okay.
Minus 9, she takes 0. Spirit
What?
shield.
The spirit shield.
So she takes 0?
Yep.
Okay.
My whirling ancestors come to your assistance.
But I still have to roll a constitution save, right?
Yep. Because it doesn't make you immune to the bite. It just reduces the damage from the initial hit.
Okay, 15?
15. You're good. There is
Okay.
some. There is some increasingly owie sort of craziness that poison type thing that pulses through you, and it hurts, but you sort of
Eh,
Yeah.
don't let these things bite you.
you can sort of back it off a little bit. And the other one is going to bite at Elephant, because Elephant is right there. 22.
Am I able to use Lucky on their attack roll?
You can.
Yeah, an 11 misses.
Uh-huh. Give me just 1 second. that was the last of them. Boop. He is not in the fight anymore, so poof. Because he kind of exploded or something.
Why are there two of the dogs in the turnover? Oh, because two more came out of the book.
Yes.
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
so Oak, having seen this, he is, and he's going to sort of passive perception of huge plus the whistle and knowledge. He's going to come over this way, like right here. Yeah, he's going to come to right there, and he is going to do.
Throw juicy steak.
He's going to drop the cloud of daggers that's flying around where the guy was earlier, and now they're all covered in gore as they disappear. Boom.
Ooh, that is an awesome spell.
Yep. And he is going to put it right here.
Those dogs? I didn't see it.
Basically over where the wall was, more or less.
Okay. Cool.
Locke, what you doing?
Well, it look. Do I know if these? Hang on a second. Give me a second. I need to check something.
Oh, and because you know time is wonky in a like 6-second combat where all the rounds are like 6 seconds, there is a brief moment that everybody sees because it's clearly apparent. It's the only thing in the gore that's not entirely destroyed. There is a piece of parchment that somehow survived and just sort of flutters after the amounts of the explosion and lands like over here next to where Young is.
Like it looks like these guys, like my guys have, the rest of you have these two handled. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to park myself here. I'm gonna take a bit of a risk. Let's see here. What's the range on that? Shit, not quite this.
Don't aim where they are, aim where they're going to be.
Right, and I totally forgot the blight is a single target spell. Alright. In that case, fuck it. Another shatter. Spending my last spell slot for another shatter on these two down here.
Okay.
Try not to take down the whole mountain.
Never mind. So it's 5, 8.
Where precisely are you centering that?
Right here. Close enough to get them, but not close enough to fuck with them out. It's a 10-foot,
Right, okay.
So if they fail their saving throws, they'll take a full 33. If they pass, they'll only take...
Yeah.
They'll take the full 33, and I get to draw in another giant hole in the ground.
So Locke, you do that. It is to Cad.
Yeah, I guess I will smack the dude beside me here.
Oh, fuck my arms.
16.
16 will hit.
11 damage.
Ready?
17 will hit. 14 more.
Okay.
I got the feeling I'm gonna regret all those push-ups in the morning.
Young will smack at a puppy. 94 will hit. And 24 will hit again. Jeez. Okay. 16, 17. 6 and 6 is 12. 6, yeah, 17. Bye-bye puppy up top. Flurry of blows of doom. Alright. And...
What are the fresh puppies gonna do now that I've blasted them?
Right. What is your... Yeah. They're used to some crazy madness happening around where they are, with an intelligence of at least 3. They're not dumb puppies. They're still, animals. But Oak put the spike growth in and around this area right here, and then you casted Shatter, destroyed part of the mountain and part of the terrain.
Can they
Yeah.
both reach me?
They can.
Oh no. Oh no. Guys, I have made a terrible mistake.
Yes, you have.
Right. So. Ooh.
Oh no. Come
Oh.
on. Come the piffle on.
Just don't roll a nat 1 on your con save.
So yeah. This is.
Well, a natural 20 hits me.
Oh, I know. 8.
That is...
Two. I've had a turn since the last time I did it, so reaction. Mystical healing from my ancestors.
Right.
Okay.
Cad
Isn't
or
there a range to it?
I think it's 30. Hold on.
If so, then you are just in range to...
Yeah.
30. Yeah.
30.
30.
Yep.
Okay.
So I only take 2 points of damage?
You only take 2.
Yep.
Woo.
Make a con
God.
save though.
Oh,
And my
And you're
my
not near
swirling
me, so you
ancestors
don't get a
come-
+4.
my swirling ancestors swoop over to give
Oh
you a
no!
hug.
Oh, what?
Alright.
It's okay. Your face may melt off, but we can cure that.
That does not help. Make me feel better.
Don't worry,
yeah.
we got you.
So, you are considered poisoned by virtue of the condition. Which I think that a poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Yeah. So, also, that damage was on their first hit.
Oh.
13?
Yeah, that just hits. Yeah, my armor class is 12.
Okay. That.
You look over to Cad's ancestors for assistance, and Cad just sort of points to his wristwatch where it would be. It's like, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
And now for the second one.
That is.
$11 misses you though.
By the way, they walked through the spikes, yes?
So I take another 9
No.
damage, right?
No, they did not. Spikes was up here. They went this way.
Oh.
They saw the spikes. They saw the carnage up above where the spikes were, and then they saw a much more tantalizing target that came close. So, Bear, your turn.
Hey. So, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm able to move down here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack this puppy over here.
Sling the warlock over your shoulder and walk away.
Yeah, it'd be like bad dogs, not chew toy. 25 for the first attack.
How exactly did you walk down there?
I just stepped to the side and I walked over a grave.
You walked over a grave?
Yep.
You also got an attack of opportunity from the dog that's up there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, 18 doesn't hit.
Okay then.
Okay. Am I okay?
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Alright.
So 25 will definitely hit the pupper that's there.
Okay, they take 18 damage. And my second attack? 15.
15 will hit. Oh, nice. Good job.
No, 15. I can't math.
I can't math either, apparently. Hold on.
Minus number, enter. Minus number, enter.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. You come charging down and then just, like, lay into this crazy puppy dog, and, he down pretty quickly. Because he got hit with Shatter earlier. Okay. This one, he go poof. And Silver went, Yeah, this one's gonna still smacking an elephant. With an 11 and miss.
Nope.
Wisdom save. Nope. Oh, wait!
I need to make a collection of con saves, actually.
Yeah, you do.
4 of them. And
Why is it 4 saves?
Because he got hit 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh.
On the second one, I lose it, though. I lose focus on slow.
Okay. So he would have his second attack then. 16 does not hit Cat.
Nope.
Oak. Yum.
I am in a lot of pain.
Wait, that's not my voice. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the gun.
Oh yeah, he has to get close as touch. So he's coming down here. He has the space. He has the space for that because he was like right up here. So yeah. Then have 22 HP, Locke. Whoosh.
Thank fuck for that. Yeah. I'm at 51.
Your turn.
Clap, 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 clap.
Which is, give me a second. My character sheet was decided to format funny. 1 less than my max. Awesome.
Yeah.
I will give.
Blow this puppy away.
I'll give the elephant. I'll give the cowman an appreciative smile, and then we're gonna double tap with Eldritch Blast on this fucking dog. 13.
You missed.
Fuck.
Ooh.
But you didn't roll a natural one, so I'm not gonna have you randomly hit somebody else. Yeah.
So can I just cat my turn, just a bonus action, I'll just like lightly slap it on the nose, like, go away, slap. Doesn't hurt it, just annoy it.
Are you sure you want to touch it?
Don't touch it.
Okay. Just making sure. Cat, it's your turn.
So, yeah. I smack it. 23 hits, 17 damage.
Alrighty. That puppy go
And-
poof.
And then I can, because... Where is thing? Because mobile, I can attack, move, attack, yes?
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure this other encounter down here is not 50 feet away, so... I run down here and smack it as well.
Do indeed, Mr. Mobile Elephant.
20 will hit.
Go ahead.
12.
Alrighty.
Now my swirly crap's flying around it. I'm done.
Yep. This is a Young.
Young's late to the party.
Always. What is this? Yeah, okay. She's going to run and make a acrobatics check.
Spinny, spinny, flippy, spinny.
Something like that, yes.
Is she gonna hop over one of us?
We will see. Give me just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 acrobatics. She's gonna leapfrog over her brother and end up over here.
Just from above.
However, unfortunately, she is kind of out of flurry, and she got up here with her attack action to do the acrobatics. So she's here, though. And Puppy be surrounded.
Well, almost surrounded. Got one more side we need to get to.
So, what is your degree of self... You don't have that. You're a death dog. What am I talking about? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. The only one he can't attack is silver.
Yeah, no.
Eeny, meeny, miny, that one. Cad. 14 does not hit you.
Nope. He chose wrong.
12 does not hit you. Silver, it's your
Nope.
turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go down to here, basically doing a long way. Making sure I'm nowhere close to him. And I'm just gonna sit there and,
Smacky, smacky.
smacky smacky.
Do hit like that.
17,
17 will hit.
20.
Goodbye, Puppy.
Oh!
And she mutilates the bodies to go up a level.
Just flavoring of 17 down a 10.
Catching it on fire, making the whole place smell like rotten ick.
I mean, yeah. Yeah,
That's what it's-
kinda.
So, we done? Do we think we're done?
I don't know, somebody whistle.
No.
I still
Silver's
have 5
just,
seconds of range left. Go.
Silver's just gonna sit there and wipe the gore off her face and be like, gross.
Oh, at least we're alive. Huh? I
How do you
like-
feel, Locke?
Like my life flashed before my eyes about 7 times in the last 6 seconds. I'm gonna fall down to my ass. 2-headed dogs! Scary up close.
Mhm.
What was I thinking running up to here? I was such an idiot. It's gonna grab its head and be fall quiet for a minute.
As
Silver's
you
gonna make. Yeah.
as you do that, Oak is going to sort of place his hand on your shoulder and this thing, boop.
What's the restoration?
Yeah. So you're
Alright, I'm no longer poisoned.
yeah, you're no longer poisoned, and that overwhelming sense of like ick, essentially. Yeah, I mean it's pretty apt term. The ick that was you were poisoned, and yeah, it's gone.
Oh, thanks.
Silver's gonna
Um,
make her way over to the cave.
Okay.
She's gonna go up to him and yell, hello!
Tiptoe through the spikes and the gore and the explosions. And
The spikes
Yeah.
are gone. The spikes are gone.
Anyone else in my mountain?
Make a
she
perception
climbs
check.
it and beats her chest in an act of dominance.
Make a perception check.
4.
4. Okay, cool. So
It's dark.
well, you have dark vision, so meh.
It's still dark.
It's you have dark vision. It's still dark, but you do pick up on one very present thing. There is a statue that you have seen before that was in Ulara's graveyard that is sitting sort of in the far back of the cave. Looks to be vaguely elven in persuasion, but much more than elven. It's a statue that you recognize to be the same statue that Ulara had that seemed to be a likeness of said Dahlia person. And the cave seems to be very, very, at least what you can tell with the perception of 4, it seems to be relatively small. It's like a room, a dark room that's probably not but like maybe 30, 40 feet into the cave, but it doesn't go back any further.
I'm gonna have Locke go and look at that parchment that was dropped by the drug dude.
Are you
Okay.
going to touch it?
I am going to use detect magic as I approach it. So I
No magic at all.
then
There is no. I'll give you this. There is no magic, but the parchment has a sheen to it that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to you.
If that is the case, then I will take my bag of sand that I have, because I just have a bag of sand apparently.
Usually for spell components.
Right. I will get rid of all of that sand and just pour it out because I don't really need it. I have an arcane focus, and none of my spells need sand. And then I will put my hand into that sack, reach down and pick up the parchment with my hand in the sack
Okay.
to protect my hand from anything untoward, and I will look the parchment over.
Okay. I'll get to you in a minute. What were you doing, Silver? What were you doing in the cave? Anything?
Yeah, she was gonna go to the statue. Also, question: what would our challenge ratings be?
Yeah. Most all you can get with a perception of 4 in this cave is it's relatively dark, relatively small, like a room cave, or a room-based cave. And there's clearly places in it where, he was feeding his dogs, which he had he had 4 of them with 2 heads each. So in a small room like this, not exactly pretty. But yeah, that's about all you can tell with a perception of 4. Locke, as far as you are concerned, you take a look at the parchment. The sheen that you have, because essentially, I'll give it to you now. It's not a magic thing, and it's not really a dangerous thing either. Just for sake of like supernatural world and things, Mr. Weird Chemist discovered the ability to laminate paper.
Huh.
So that chemicals and things wouldn't hurt it. But yeah, it is a laminated piece of parchment that has a drawing on it of some female drow person you don't know. She's very pretty though.
Right. No, any writing?
There is writing on the bottom of it, yeah.
Oh.
Eyes of the room.
Oh.
Eyes of the Roomkeeper? Yep.
It's his drug dealer.
No.
I
don't think it is.
What?
It is. There is a name, that is written on the bottom of it. Trying to remember the name that I gave her.
Do any one of us know her?
Someone does.
Okay.
Technically 2 people do. At least know of her. But yeah, I'll give it to you just for sake of, because I can't remember her name. Locke would not know this, because he never went to the brothel. It's a sketch drawing of the female drow from the brothel.
Silver knows her.
Yes, you do.
All my characters know her.
Unre. I know it's Unre because I have her in my notes as an ally. Darko
Yep.
in Rydale, popular lady, fucked Riven.
Ha.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. I dare you.
No, you're not. You're right. That's exactly right. Good job. Yeah, Unre. It says Unre on the bottom of it.
Huh. I'll go ahead and just stow that in my pack, and I will be sure to give that to Riven whenever I see her again.
All right. So, Oak will sort of speak up, seeing Silver sort of looking around in that cave over there. He's like, the statue to Dahlia doesn't happen to be in there, does it?
There's the statue in here.
I'm gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, let's go do that. Locke, before you do that, you can make for me a perception check. And so will Oak, because he's over there.
Well, at least I actually have a bonus in perception now, even if it's just a +1. 16 total.
Yay, perception of huge. Oh, okay. He still rolled kind of crappy. So you guys look inside the statue. You visibly see where the statue is, and then he's like, it might be a bit tricky to blow this up, considering how volatile he was when you smacked him with holy fire. And Locke, you see it too. You see what Oak is pointing about. There's essentially a little mini chemist lab in the corner right behind where the statue is. If you was to blow up the statue like you did the other one before, you could hit those volatile chemicals and cause another explosion.
Okay.
Maybe we can move it?
What, the statue?
I mean, if the statue is important to the shrines and we want to destroy it.
Why don't we just... Wait, how far is it from the entrance to the cave?
It's maybe halfway in, like 15 feet from the entrance to the cave, because it's about 30 feet deep.
Oh, why don't we just stay out here and someone just blast it?
We set a fuse, we detonate it, and we walk away in slow motion with an explosion behind us. That scene.
I mean, you could detonate it from out here and we'd be safe, so.
I mean, we want to blow up the statue, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start spamming Eldritch Blasts at it. Break it down to just a pedestal.
And you can stay pretty far away from it to do so, so.
Yep.
Okay.
Go over 100, I could be 100 feet away and just keep going.
Yeah. So, after a little bit, there is a crash, and then a little mini sort of muffle because of the capacity of the tunnel itself, and then the tunnel collapses.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna go ahead and make my way back over to Cad. Well, mission accomplished.
Seems that way. Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Kind of wore myself out a little bit. Got a little dinged up. Shoulders open.
I sort of investigate the rips and tatters in Locke's clothing. You okay?
Much better, thanks to Oak and his healing hand. Doesn't answer my question, though.
Sorry, what was the question?
Are your shoulders open?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Locke is going to hop up, and he is going to abuse the fact that he is not currently doing anything to get a short rest in on the big guy's back to get his spell slots back.
Okay.
Nice. All right.
This is the advantage of piggyback rides. I can stay moving with the party and still get my spell slots back without wasting any goddamn time.
I mean, yeah.
And if anything happens, I'll just reach up and like poke you and wake you up. Hey, Locke, roll initiative.
I mean, I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting.
I know.
Young and Oak are sort of going to stay on this side of the wall for a bit, just to see, having discussed amongst themselves and had conversations with Silver during the night, they're sort of waiting on what Silver decides to do, and I'm apparently getting messaged.
Yes, sorry. I was just giving you a final note.
Right.
These things happen.
So yeah, I guess we wander back out
Um.
and be like, well, this is one. Shall we go to the next?
Might as well.
All right. So I guess we are ready to head out then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we are going to do a main map thing. Boop. And you guys are about right there. Are you guys going to make your way to the road?
We're far enough away from Caberton, it's probably safe.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Mm.
So, as you guys make your way around...
Who's leading Who's leading this?
Yeah, who's leading the trek
Not
down?
me.
Yeah, you're riding on Cad's back.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say me or Silver, but I have a passenger, so I guess Silver.
Okay. Then she's actually leading them kind of off the road again, just onto the other side.
You're off
the road
course,
again. Can't wait to go off the road again.
Like, she like goes down this way, and then back up to, and then
Oh, okay.
she's avoiding a very specific spot in the road.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like walking along the road, and then all of a sudden, abruptly, she turns and walks off.
Locke kind of raised an eyebrow, and she does. What? Why are we doing this? What? Someone explain.
Avoiding a spot. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yep.
I will not worry about it. I will take your advice.
Actually, you know what? This is kind of a weird way to do this, but yeah, it would. Locke, make for me insight roll.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm in another piece of software at the moment.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I'm working on a thing on the side while we're out of combat. Insight, you said?
Yeah.
20, not natural.
So essentially the way that, I mean, it's fairly obvious just with the way that she spoke about it, but because of your nature of wanting to avoid like your own hometown and avoiding Caverton, and yeah, Silver has a very similar sort of take on the mountains, the bluff that you were down below. And it's also reasonable because you guys would have loosely heard a little bit of the conversation before the dogs attacked, where Jezar made some sort of reference to she may be someone from the mountains, which is something that has sort of been alluded to throughout the whole thing.
And she keeps calling it her mountain.
Yeah, that too.
Alright. Locke will catch on that. Okay. And
What?
we'll clam up immediately. Shit, he has no interest in poking. He is not the sort of dipshit who is going to poke the hornet's nest. That is not how we do.
Yeah.
She is not Griffin.
I know, but remember, his last experience with this kind of shit was with Riven. He's not taking any chances.
It's fine.
Last time, he's a little self-conscious after the whole disaster that wound up being that. After some party members decided to get stupid.
Yeah, I know.
He will never let them live that down.
Perception checks, everyone, as you're making your way back along the road.
Oh boy. 8.
Give me a second.
You can make it with smell, but it's not really going to help you here.
It's 7.
4.
Okay.
That's probably the only person who's used it.
Probably. Yeah. Okay. There's a moment when Oak sort of stops for a second as you're making your way back to the path, and then he will just sort of file that away and make his way forward. You guys make a little bit of distance on the road itself before it starts to get dark out, and it'll be time to set up camp. Because this was in the early afternoon when you went up against Jezar. So, yeah. you are making your way forward. And it is time to set up camp. No real watches are required, per se, because you're safe on the road. But those of you who were able to sense that the animals were sort of avoiding this sort of area, hopefully with the passage of time, the smell of decay in this general area will go away. Actually, yeah. Wouldn't be loud enough, per se. It'd have to be some really high perception checks. Yeah, perception checks again. Go right ahead.
Oh my gosh. 7.
Silver hears nothing.
Nat 1.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay. 19.
I smell it and see it. Maybe.
That was Young's.
Then like a 28. Wow.
You guys bed down for the night.
Wow.
And-
19 didn't see it.
Nope. It wouldn't have saw it. It would have had to have been a fairly high roll because it's not exactly close to you. And it wasn't exactly a seat. It wasn't exactly. You are currently probably about here or so. I guess you went around the mountain. That's most of the day just to get to the road. I suppose Silver started avoiding the road and going down the next day. So you've had a rest and sort of made it over here. Because she wanted to dip down and avoid the area of the bluff. But yeah. Upon resting for the night here, Oak will sort of take Silver aside as, we bed down for camp. I know it's probably not a good place to pry, and he sort of gets Silver when everyone else is sort of bedding down for the night, so it's only him and Silver talking.
It's like, hey, come here.
Yeah, kinda. All conspiratorially and whatnot. Anyway, I don't want to pry into your past necessarily, but is the fact that you avoided the road in this area anything to do with, like, there was like wanted posters back there, some along the road, and I saw like high numbers in your name as we were passing by.
I could be wanted in this area.
I just want to make sure that it's for, the events that happened around here, and not that kind of wanted.
No. Yeah. No, I am wanted for the incident that happened at my temple. I am the scapegoat for it, as you would say.
Right.
But no, the main reason why I voted for the road was because there's a certain spot that actually breaks off and actually goes up to the temple. I was trying to avoid.
I see. Sort of a secret entrance or something?
No, it's marked. Like I said, it's square archway with like tattered blue ribbons on the side of the pillars, with the symbol of helm on top of it.
The giant neon sign and the
No.
airplane skywriting.
No, it's like a really thick archway. It's just like a square archway. Nothing
Okay.
fancy.
Tish. Alright. So at least you didn't run off to it. That's I was sort of worried when we got closer to the bluff that you might have seen or noticed something that made you want to go and do something about it. But then again, you said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm no way I can take on all those people in there.
Do you have any idea how many are up there still?
Well,
I
it's
guess
been a
you. I
couple
guess.
months, so I have no
Let's
clue.
say. Okay. Um. It's sort of like in a similar capacity to uh to Locke wanting to be safe around Silver because of incidents that happened with Riven. Oak is sort of got that same sort of issue because it's like he knows this is not Riven, but at the same time, if it was Riven, she would have rushed into danger. This one's not. The Silver's not.
Nope.
You do know that if something were to happen involving that, we would definitely back you up. And considering the events that we just had with the Death Dog and whoever that guy was, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think just us could take them on. How we stand?
Cad says, just wind me up and point me at them.
Bowling for Alkalite.
Oh, cast haste on me first, so I get extra attacks, and I move, 100?
If it doubles your movement speed, and if you dash, then that's another double on top of that. So like your normal.
So I can move 200.
Well, I mean, your normal movement speed is 40, right?
50.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That increased since last time. Okay.
I'm a fast boy now.
Yeah, I still have a scroll of hay. So yeah, if I hit you with that again, then you could theoretically run 200 feet every round.
Oh, Jesus.
And around a 6. Hold on a second. How many feet in a mile?
Very fast.
They're about 5,280 feet in a mile. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to run a mile in the time that allotted. Not even close. But you could still run very fucking far.
And difficult terrain would not impede me.
Yeah. But anyway, all right. So you guys continue making your way along the road, sort of keeping safe, keeping calm. A few more days pass. Well, 2 or 3 more days pass to get to the 2. 2 more days or so will pass, and you get well away from the bluff. And you arrive in Jezar, which I don't have a map for, because I am dumb and didn't ask for one earlier, but that's fine. Yes, that.
No. So we make it into town.
Silver, you know
Silver
this town.
has her hood up. I do. I was a little street urchin here.
Really.
No.
So yeah, you guys are going to. This is a docking town.
What time is it?
By this point, it's probably maybe late morning or so, because it was a little over 2 days to get from where you are to there.
Mm-hmm.
So probably around 10 or 11 or so.
I guess we go find a tavern.
Yep, you know where one is.
Oh, okay. I guess I lead them to it.
You live me hard. You know this town, or
I do.
I would assume you would remember it.
Yeah, because they make like supply runs here and shit, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. And upon getting to the tavern itself, there is a next to the tavern entrance, sort of on like a sort of a mission bulletin board type thing for like newbie quests and side quests, if you were into such a thing. There are many different little mini quests that you could do should you decide to do them, but I'm not going to hit you over the head with a hammer for any of these.
Hey.
So I'm going to be the little hyperactive kid on the elevator that hits all the buttons. I signed us up for all of them.
Oh, no. Dear Lord.
This one, this one, this one, this one.
Well, we need the money, so.
I mean, theoretically. However, there is one. Does Cat actually go over and look at him?
Not the way that I said, but sure.
Okay.
Just sort of casual walk by and look at it.
All right. I think probably most of the group would. It's just like right next to the door to the tavern itself. Most of the group would see it.
Silver's just going in.
Silver just goes on inside, head hidden and hood up and all that fun stuff.
She just goes in like.
And she just goes on inside, and you see that there are many different little mini quests that people could go on here. There's a quest of like clean up, something akin to, oddly enough, akin to the kind of quest that that you had done for you when you dropped off all the debris of like from the Goliath guy. Like just small little newbie quests, and probably the one that immediately grabs your interest is the one that's worth an absolute metric ton of gold. Holy crap.
I demand that the rewards be 1 literal metric ton worth of gold.
I mean, it might be close to that based on weight, but I'm not entirely sure. Because the weight for this particular, or the amount for this particular quest is looking at 9,000 gold.
Oh shit!
What is the job?
It's a wanted poster. A bounty.
For?
Reading the description of the person, yeah, it's a bounty for silver.
My brow furrows. I am going to look around. Is there anyone nearby looking at me?
Do you read the whole poster?
I guess. I'm reading the poster.
Okay, Dollar, can I make a point?
Oh yeah.
Wanted for the massacre of innocents at the Temple of Helm in Slacklands Bluff.
I'm still looking around to see if there's anyone looking my way.
Yeah. As far as anyone paying really close attention to you guys entering in, for a moment as you came into town, there were, because, you're new people in town, but after a little bit, you sort of made your way to the tavern. For the most part, people have sort of left you alone, especially considering you have a Loxodon that people want to give wide berth to. They assume you're here on some sort of business or other.
Huh. Alright. So we're in a tavern. I thought we were like...
You're on the outside of it currently. You're going into it.
Ah, okay. In that case, I would like to surreptitiously remove said poster and hide it away in my pack.
Okay. I'm not gonna have you roll sleight of hand for that, because it's not really anybody's paying attention to you. I just established that.
Alright, so I take that, I hide it away in my pack, and I head inside.
Yep. Oak will also see it, as does Cad. Though Cad didn't read it. And it's a wanted poster without really pictures. It has a sketch on it that vaguely resembles Silver, and it sees like an image of her name. But Cad could probably get an idea of it's a wanted poster for Silver as well in that moment that he looks at it and Locke pulls it away.
Okay.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm guessing the board only had her wanted poster and not all of us?
No, it was just her.
Huh.
And, it just described her. Cad didn't really get a chance to read it to learn the whys and the ins and outs to know that it was specifically involving her temple. But yeah, it's just her.
Alright.
And you guys make your way on into the tavern. Where did Silver go when she went inside?
Counter sets the paper down and says, "So we're here to collect."
No. No.
I am not doing that.
I owe her money, so some of what you give me is going to her.
No, you're
I'm
not
jo-
doing that.
I'm joking.
Good. Locke would immediately blast you if you weren't. Locke's moral compass may be kind of questionable at times, but he is loyal as fuck to his companions when he deems them trustworthy, so...
Alright. So, where did Silver go when she went inside?
Silver just goes finds the table in the corner.
Not going to the tavern to get drinks or anything?
She's not going to the bar now.
Or not going to the bar, yeah. You go inside, everyone's made their way inside, and Young will make her way to the bar to get a drink or a four.
Hey, I just thought of something. Yong is the sneaky roguey one, right?
Yeah.
As we go in, I want to tap Yong on the shoulder to get her attention, but not draw the attention of everyone around us. And I want to hand her my entertainment hat. And if she looks at me in sort of a questioning manner or whatever, I sort of nod towards Silver.
You know you have. It takes a while before this starts working, right?
I think of this. Poof, I'm this. It's more of a question of you'd have to get off somewhere discreet to change.
Well, it's also she would have to become attuned to it in an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah. It's an attunement item.
It was a
I
solid.
think-
It was a solid plan.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. I need to double check things.
All I know is it's fun.
It is
Yeah,
fun.
I can't. I have 3 things attuned to me right now. Anyway.
Well, never mind then.
Yeah. It was a good try. Thank you.
It was a good deal. All right. What I'm going to do instead, what I'm going to have Locke do is I'm going to have him head up to the bar and ask, "You all sell donuts here?"
No.
What's the closest thing to donuts you sell?
Bagels.
Yeah, actually, yeah, probably bagels.
Okay. I would like to order a platter of bagels. Also, what do I recall Silver liking to drink typically when drinking things? Like just ale, or was it some other drink?
It was ale.
Okay, then I'll also order like just a pint of ale for Silver's table.
And you should also get a pitcher of sugar icing to pour over the bagels.
If
No.
they have that, sure. If not, fine. How much does all this cost me?
38 gold for the pitcher of sugar.
I would say Jezar's not like super well-to-do town. It's how much would you say that if the running average for ale is somewhere between 5 silver and
I mean, it says here in the book that a mug of ale is 4 copper pieces, so
Well,
Yeah.
the ale that she usually gets costs like a gold.
that's some damn impressive ale then.
Yeah.
okay, so it'd be 1 gold for that and probably 2 or 3 copper for the bagels.
I'll just give them 2 gold and say keep the change.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm feeling charitable. Then I will make my way over to Silver's table.
Random question. For you, Silver, since this is a town you've been in. Give me a random race that is the bartender. Here.
Oh.
Just throw one out there. That's what I usually do.
For bulk.
For bulk?
I went to a generator and I clicked it and the first thing came.
Alright.
Yep.
You were very glitchy there for a second.
You want to know what?
Oh, there you were. Okay.
Oh, another thing about it that's funny. It has a name. He's a bard. He's a sailor.
Oh, that makes sense.
209 years old.
That makes
in a
perfect
harbor,
sense.
a bond of in a harbor town. I have a Primor whose eyes nearly stole me from the sea.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So what was the name? Type it in the thing.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
I actually really like that.
The name that it gave me is
Nairith. Okay.
Now that we've got the secondary character we're never going to interact with again out of the way,
Probably
Yeah.
not. Go on.
No.
I will return to. I will make my way over to Silver's table. Sit down. with the
Young
veil.
is too.
All right, and then I'll sit down. So, you're from this town, right?
she nods.
Right. Okay.
I was an orphan here.
Okay, so, and like Locke's starting to look visibly sort of like vaguely uncomfortable or anxious. Okay, so this isn't the sort of thing I genuinely or typically do, rather, but screw it. While we were coming inside, there was the job board.
Mm-hmm.
On it, I saw a wanted poster for you.
Okay, and
I haven't really been privy to your background up to now. I don't know if you've talked about it with the others. I've usually not bothered to ask about anything, but what it said's worrying, and I just want to hear it from you at this point.
she like leans in close to him and gives him like kind of stares him and be like, "Yeah, I'm wanted for murder."
I can see that, but did you actually?
I did kill a couple people, yes.
How come? I mean, I'm not really any better. I've killed a few people who didn't deserve it too, so...
I killed a few people because I thought they were demons and undead. Mostly
Well,
demon.
Well, that's definitely a better justification than what I had.
Yeah. Do you have a best friend?
Well, the only friends I really have are the group I travel with. If I had to pick, it would be a tie between Kaduril or someone who's not currently traveling with us.
Okay. Imagine them as a demon and then killing them. Because you think you're fighting a demon for good. And you actually cut off their head.
I'd rather not imagine that.
Yeah. That's what I see at night. So. Yes, I am wanted for murder, and I did kill people.
But you didn't know that they were people at the time. You thought they were monsters.
Correct. And the whole thing... I was captured once I realized what happened. I was tortured for a week before they decided to try to execute me.
Evidently that didn't pan out as you're here.
Mm-hmm. So yes, there are wanted posters of me, so they can cover up an incident.
Well, I tore down the one that I saw.
Thank you.
Sort of lean back a bit and take a nibble out of one of my bagels. I probably would have, asked a little about your past at some point much sooner, but, well, we sort of had a bit of an incident in this group before you turned up with the person who's not with us right now. I'm sure you've heard us mention the name Riven once or twice. This is getting so meta and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys mentioned that name before.
Yeah, she was one of the first ones in this group when we first sort of came together. First ones, me, her, and Oak. It was awkward, to say the least. Those early days. I mean, we pretty much all of us, save for Oak, were really antisocial and reserved and quiet. But we sort of opened up, learned a bit more, and it started seeming like it was working really well. And there was a bit of a hiccup, a bit of a betrayal of trust, I guess you could say. Mistakes were made, and some wounds and rivets past were dug into that really shouldn't have been. And I'm honestly under the impression that that incident sort of catalyzed her wandering off on her own. It was a while ago at this point. Haven't seen her since. Haven't even heard of her, and we had that whole jaunt through the Fae not all that long ago. We've been gone for months during that time, and not even a sign of her back in Yukiegi, so... Needless to say, I'm extremely hesitant to pry into the backgrounds of the people I travel with anymore, because I don't want that to happen again.
I understand.
Lost one friend with that sort of thing, don't know if she's ever coming back. And aside from my mother back in Yukiegi, the people I travel with now are pretty much all I have.
Did she promise you that she'll be back?
Oh, she did, but here's the thing. This world's a cruel place. I know that just as well as the rest of us. That's not a promise we can necessarily always be expected to keep.
Right.
You never know what life's going to throw at you. The fact that I'm 17 and saying that with confidence should... It's worrying is what it is, really.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure, here and now, this status of yours being wanted, is that going to cause us any significant trouble in the immediate future, or are we in the clear, you think?
Possibly. How much?
How much? You mean how much were they wanting for you?
Yeah, it's been a while.
9,000?
Oh, it's gone up. Okay.
Yeah, that big number wasn't what initially drew my eye. You know, we were looking at the job board thinking, maybe before we got a boat and set off where we needed to go, maybe we could find some side work, get some extra coins. Saw 9,000, eyes are drawn to that like a bee to honey. Then I saw...
Are you tempted?
Oh, absolutely not.
Insight check.
Roll insight.
21.
Locke is being completely forthright with you.
Okay.
He is being wholly honest.
Is there
on
anyone
that-
else in the party that's very tempted?
Who all do we think is in and around for this conversation? This was at Silver's table, so I
Yeah.
can't imagine this is in hushed tones with...
Yeah, I
Like the
figured
whole
everyone
group
would come sit with her.
Yeah, everyone's around.
Yeah.
Also, she's got probably an easy, 4 mugs of ale.
Okay.
Just boom.
She's
One from Locke, 2 from Young, and 1 from Oak.
Yeah, she's just sitting there sipping through them.
Of course.
But yeah, so
Anyone else looks suspicious?
not really, actually. At least not between Oak and Young. But
I used the hat of disguise to subtly change the color of my skin and nothing else, back and forth between a couple of shades of gray and blue. No, I'm kidding. No.
I was gonna say, Sylvie just slowly tilts her head as in what?
Fun.
Okay. If I'm not gonna draw attention, you will.
I said subtly.
Everyone's not gonna pay attention to the elephant in the room that changes colors.
I'm a discophant.
Yeah,
I'm
don't do
joking.
that.
Wow.
I'm not actually doing
Never ever say that sentence again. Ever. Fucking hell, man.
Okay. Anyway.
So do you want to do some work here before we get on a boat?
It was just something we were thinking about. Honestly, I'm far more eager to finish all this crap with Dahlia more than anything.
Alright.
And then move on to finishing up our business with Nero and just being done with all of this.
Cad would nod when Locke says this.
Because, as long as we're out here doing all of this, people I care about are constantly being put at risk. And like I said, I don't want to lose that. People I care about, I mean. So, I'm in it as long as it takes to wrap these things up and make sure the people I call my friends are going to be alright.
Dorid, real quick.
Mhm.
Does Silver know if there's a graveyard in this town?
I would imagine there would be.
Okay.
And she would know of it, probably.
Alright.
There's probably, various, at least a church or two, some to Helm even, would make sense. But, yeah, there's probably a graveyard around, or two. It's a smaller town, so maybe just one.
Okay.
You also know, because you sort of grew up in this town as an orphan, sort of wandering about, little mischievous kid and whatnot. You know that it wasn't necessarily this tavern closest to the entrance, but the tavern that was closer to the docks, in the further, back of town, where, all the different, fishermen and other such things would generally hang out. It might even be why Dareth chose this place. Maybe he had a beef with a few of the other sailors and dropped his sailing gig to make a tavern here.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Alright, well. Sailors usually get up early.
Yep.
So, we should get some rest.
Alright.
Okay.
Silver's going to wait until everyone else goes to bed.
Uh-huh. Of course she is. Alright.
Before sneaking her way to a graveyard.
Okay.
Well, since I've had Locke have a little one-on-one with one of the party like that. Feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about something so goddamn meta, no less. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I mean, the situation wasn't meta. The situation just led to conversations that was very meta. But anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah. It does feel good to have some nice, strong RP moments between party members and things. So you're sneaking off to a graveyard. What sort of,
With an 8 stealth.
what sort of guardsmen were in this town, do you think?
Normal
I
guardsmen?
mean, they wouldn't have Caverton guards, but
No.
would
They would
would-
have a I would say they would have maybe a fort
probably.
and guards patrolling the city, but no more than 2 people on a patrol or just 1. So
Okay.
anyone else knows me sneaking out?
Perception things?
Yeah, you can roll perceptions for the group.
Supposedly she's following up behind you guys. And she just
20.
goes to the door.
20.
Shit.
My screen went away. Here.
Oh no! You must call it back.
18.
I don't see you go, but I smell you go.
Oh my god.
I don't think it works that way.
Ah.
Wait, did suddenly everything get less silver?
Everyone noticed Silver just
Yeah.
following, and then all of a sudden she goes to the front door instead of going to the rooms.
Now, here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, I would not necessarily be worried.
Oh?
I mean, you take care of yourself. If you were worried, you wouldn't go somewhere. If you're going somewhere, then you're confident. You didn't ask for it. Now keep in mind, all of this judgment you're hearing is based on a smell disappearing. So.
Uh-huh. So yeah, everyone pretty much notices Silver walking off.
You going somewhere?
She stops and like, yeah, I just want to go check something out.
Oh, all right.
Well, you, considering she stepped away and started to make towards the door, he have it? Doesn't. How about that? Yeah. Oak sort of just gets this expression about him to, he, like everyone else, he knows that she's going to be safe and gonna sort of take care of herself and all that sort of fun stuff. You can just everyone can just disregard this. Yes, just disregard this. It's not important at all. Anyway, so yeah, you guys make your way onto bed, mostly everyone, and then Silver, you make your way out. Everyone seems to be okay with it. People made their way into their rooms and other such things. Probably what, 5 silver for a room in here? Relatively lowbrow.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah.
So she's making her way to the graveyard.
Yep, yes you are. Making your way to the graveyard that you know of. And you find it rather easily. There is a guardsman that sort of steps and sort of looks as you're sort of sulking about, not very effectively with a stealth of 8. Do you need help, miss?
I'm just looking for someone.
Roll deception.
That's actually the truth.
Oh, okay. I guess it would be persuasion. Okay. Nice. Alright.
Flashy smile.
So, he's like, alright then, just be safe. We've been hearing reports of strange things happening at night around here, so just be safe.
Alright, thank you.
Then he
Sure.
moves on.
Yep. Yay!
Silver, make for me a perception check.
9.
Anyway, you make your way onto the little graveyard, wherever it is that you're going.
Yeah, she's looking for a name on one of the graves.
Okay.
Warren von Lockwood.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. So you sort of wander the graveyard for a bit, and yeah,
Just open
there
it.
is. All right. So anyway, yeah. You make your way through the graveyard a little bit, and you do find a gravestone marked with Warren von Lockwood.
She's just gonna stand there for a bit.
Okay. You sort of stand there for a little bit, and yeah, go ahead and make for me another perception check with advantage because it's currently quiet.
Ooh.
And also different situation. Okay.
Yay!
17.
17.
Yeah. You're sort of looking through this and making sure that the gravestone is there and sort of standing there quiet, and you hear 2 things. You hear a twig snap and a very recognizable young voice, shit.
Silver slowly looks over.
Yeah.
So it's not whoosh thud shit?
No, it's just
No.
just
Snap.
just
Shit.
Just twig snap.
Infinite disappointment.
Yeah, you find behind you, Young has followed you.
You can see a representation of the sneaking in Discord.
I just wanted to make sure that you were safe. I mean, I know you could take care of yourself and everything, but like Oak said, or like Locke said, rather, we've had friends before that have wandered off without really talking. I mean, you seem to know this town, so this is in reference to the friend that you spoke about before.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of mirroring what her brother said previously. She's you know that if you're much more than hired help at this point, I would think. So if ever something happens to where you feel the need to go and try to deal with all of this, we'll have your back.
Thanks.
Alright. And you seem to dispatch that guard pretty quickly, too.
Oh, nothing a quick smile can't fix.
Yeah. I guess I'll see you in the morning. You want back to the tavern.
Yeah, let's just head over there.
Yep. And, so, making rest in the tavern for morning, we will end it on that sort of somber note as we look into you guys setting up for a boat ride to Muzuchad.
Hey.
And for once we make a town trip that was just an NPC town that wasn't actually, it's important for one of the players, and yet I didn't bother to make a map for it because I forgot that you may be.
It's fine.
I was anticipating that you might have ended up going up to the temple to end this session rather than just going around. So.
Yeah, no.
Which I didn't even really have a map for that per se. I just had a vague idea of what you would come across. So. But anyway, I think this is a good place to sort of end it on. We will do. This has been Shadows from Kenneth, and then next time from. I guess I'll do it. I don't know.
This has been Shadows of Gradiriel.
Join us next time when the group finds their way to a boat and makes their way to a town on a little mini island that will be not dangerous at all. They'll be perfectly safe. Considering, does anyone remember the two people that Ulara described that you were dealing with?
Vaguely.
Oh.
She said one person had puppies and was like the wrong kind of scientist doing experiments on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then one person liked to flirt all the time and was super annoying. So,
yep.
It's gonna be fun.